Everyone got quiet right at 7. That's perfect. You guys ready on that side? You guys ready on this side? Good evening. Welcome to the organizational meeting for the Glenville Town Board. Please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance. Please join me in prayer. Dear Lord, as we start the new year, we acknowledge are indeed the giver of all good gifts, and we thank you for all of our blessings. We start the new year with an aggressive agenda, and much work is ahead of us. We ask that you guide us in that work as we continue to seek your wisdom and courage and your strength. Be with us in our deliberations and help us to be wise in the decisions that we make for the good of all those who have placed their trust and their confidence in our leadership. Give us insight to lead with integrity, that our decisions may reflect what is right and good. Help us from short-sightedness and pettiness. Help us to make decisions that are good for all of us and to guard us from blind self-interest. Dear Lord, grant us the humility to always seek your will in all that we do and all that we say. Amen.
United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Ramsar.
Here.
Councilman Glenville. Here. Councilman Aragosa.
Here.
Councilman Kirkland.
Here.
Supervisor Ketzler.
Here, you all have the agendas in front of you. There are agendas here as well. Before we get started, I had the opportunity just a moment ago to welcome Councilman Glenville and Councilman Aragosa to the board. I want to do that officially on the record, welcome you, and really just indicate that we're looking forward to working with you. We've had good relations among our board members always. I think we will continue to do that as well. And so we're excited to start the new year with you. And I want to extend my congratulations to Councilman Kirkham for returning as well after the election. Councilman Ramatar, you've always been here, so you didn't have an election. So welcome back anyway to the new year. And congratulate our clerk, Julie Davenport, for winning her election, coming back as well. Looking forward to keeping us all straight on and getting everything right here at the meetings. The agenda looks a little bit long, but we will be taking up most of the items on consent, and we'll go through that, and you'll see that on the agenda, they are grouped by certain keys. 1 through 9 are administrative resolutions, 10 through 14 are operational resolutions, 15 through 24 are committees and commissions, and 25 through 39 are contracts and agreements. We'll take those on consent. When we take it on consent, I'm going to ask for a motion to take on consent. There'll be a second. There will be a discussion. If at some point you feel you would like one of those pulled out of consent, just mention that. Just let me know. We'll pull it out. We'll have a discussion. We'll have a vote on consent, and then we'll do the vote on the approval of the consent agenda for each of the numbers. After that, we'll get to the ends, and we will go into individual resolutions from 40 through 49, and we'll take those up individually. Before we begin, I have a couple announcements, and I think I left my liaison roll in the copier. Yeah, I think it's in the printer. I think so, right in the main one. That's what happens when you have to come out at 6:30 when we usually come out at 7. But I do also want to just note that we will have the State of the Town address in this room on January 17th. I'm sorry, that's the Sunday? Yes, 17th, 7 o'clock in this room. That will be done as part of the board meeting, and that will be on the 17th, just as a point of information. Making the following announcements. We will be announcing a new deputy supervisor. We're going to ask Bob Kirkham to be the deputy supervisor. Thank you, Julie, for this year. I want to thank Councilman Ramatar, who served as the deputy supervisor. Sid and I had a good conversation. I think with some of the changes going on in your career and how busy you are in your career, you decided that it wasn't a good role for you. The deputy supervisor is going to be more involved than in the past, and I think as with Sid's career, obviously not making that possible, and with Bob's ability to be, with his retirement, to be more available, it made the most sense. I also have a lot of faith in Bob, as I did in Sid as well, but Bob has an immense amount of experience working in one of second biggest department for 27 years, knows our employees, knows our operations, knows the town, the employees know him. I think he's going to do a great job, and I want to welcome and congratulate you as deputy supervisor, Bob.
Thank you.
Thank you. Liaison roles. So I sent this all to you before. So the 2024 liaison roles, the administration will stay with me for now. And the administration is comptroller, finance, human resources, senior services, buildings and grounds, capital improvements, events committee, which is actually going to move, but we can do that at a later date. I'm the LDC designee from the town board, but I am designating Councilman Ramatar in my place to be the LDC designee. And I'll also remain the village liaison in that role. In police, fire, and public safety, I've asked Councilman Brendan Galuli to take on police, traffic safety, fire services, and town justice. I guess, Brendan might have some experience in that role, so it makes a lot of sense. Efficiency in government, Councilman Mike Aragosa, GECC, EIG, which is efficiency in government. And I should say GECC is the Glenville Environmental Conservation Commission. And then town operations, which includes town clerks, assessor, board of assessment review, and receiver of taxes. Councilman Ramatar is economic development and planning, which includes community development, our planning, buildings, and codes departments, planning and zoning commission, zoning board of appeals, small business and economic development, code and zoning review committee, Glenville Business and Professional Association designee as well. And then lastly, public works, councilman, deputy supervisor, and Councilman Bob Kirkham, Department of Public Works, engineering, highway, water, sewer, and parks. Those are liaison roles for 2024. Any questions or comments? Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to the resolution. So the first set of resolutions are resolutions 1 through 9. They're administrative, and they deal with things like setting the date and time of meetings, our town hall holidays, designating depositories for the town, official newspaper, again, will be the Gazette. Chad, congratulations, the Gazette again. And setting travel reimbursements, things like that. So I'll ask for a motion to take 1 through 9 on consent. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Moved in second. Any discussion on taking 1 through 9 on consent? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramatar.
Yes.
Councilman Galuli.
Yes.
Councilman Aragosa.
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland.
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley.
Yes, that motion passes. So now I need a motion to approve items 1 through 9. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramatar.
Yes.
Councilman Galuli. Councilman Aragosa.
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland.
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley.
Yes, resolution passes. And I did just want to point out one thing. I should have done this on discussion. On resolution 1, setting the time and date of the town board meetings, you'll see in the second resolve, it does say that work sessions are the second Wednesday of each month on an as-needed basis only. And I wanted to clarify that because they're not automatic meetings. Everyone thinks there's a meeting unless they hear differently. It's the other way around. There's no meeting unless you hear differently. So they're only as needed. And there'll be an agenda issued if there is one. I just wanted to point that out. The next group of resolutions are operational, and they're 10 through 14, and these deal with things like purchasing equipment in the highway department, authorizing the highway superintendent to employ certain employees, appointing part-time employees and such. Do I have a motion to take 10 through 14 on consent? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramatar.
Yes.
Councilman Galuli.
Yes.
Councilman Aragosa.
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland.
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley.
Yes, resolution passes. I'll take a motion to approve items 10 through 14. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Kaludi? Councilman Zaragoza? Councilman Kirkland?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next batch of resolutions are 15 through 24, and they are committees and commissions. Do I have a motion to take 15 through 24 on consent?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second? Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Kaludi? Councilman Zaragoza? Councilman Kirkland?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. We will now take resolution approving items 15 through 24. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second? Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Kaludi? Councilman Zaragoza? Councilman Kirkland?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next batch of resolutions are contracts and agreements, and they are 25 through 39. Do I have a motion to take on consent?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second? Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Yes, sir. So we're going to take 25 out of the consent package. So we are now taking on consent 26. So if he makes a request to remove it, do we need a motion for that, or that's just in discussion? Okay. So we're on 26.
So amend the motion to make it 26.
Okay. So I need a motion to amend the motion to, or we're just amending the original motion. Okay. To 26, we're amending the original motion to take 26 through 39 on consent, and we'll take up 25 individually. All right, so that motion's amended. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Kaludi? Councilman Zaragoza?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. So we'll take up a motion to take 26 through 39 on consent. Take 26 through 39 for approval. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second? Moved in second. This is for approval. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Kaludi? Councilman Zaragoza?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolutions pass. So we'll take up item 25 individually, and that's a resolution authorizing the supervisor to enter an agreement between the town of Glenville and the village of Scotia Freedom Park for Wednesday night concerts, and it's an amount of $2,000 to support that program. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second? Okay, moved and seconded. Any discussion? And when we get to the vote, I know one of the council, okay, so there's no discussion, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Kaludi?
You have to give the reason for.
You have to give a reason. Thank you.
Councilman Zaragoza?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution, well, we are now into the individual resolutions. So item number 40 is a resolution appointing Janet Davion as receiver of taxes for the town of Glenville for the period of January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So, Mike did.
Mike moved. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Bob second. Any questions or comments, discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Kaludi? Councilman Zaragoza?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution 41, approving the minutes in the regular town board meeting held on December 20th, 2023. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second? Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Kaludi?
I also abstained, but I was not a member of the state.
Councilman Zaragoza, you're abstaining. Councilman Kirkland?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution number 42, authorizing the supervisor to enter into an agreement with O'Connell and Aronowitz for legal services pertaining to general counsel, land use, and town court. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second? Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilman Blue? Councilman Aragosa?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkham?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes. Congratulations. You're back.
Thank you.
Resolution passes. Next resolution, 43, authorizing the supervisor to enter into an agreement with Whiteman, Osterman, and Hannah for legal services pertaining to labor relations. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second? Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilman Blue? Councilman Aragosa? Councilman Kirkham?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution, 44, approving the supervisor to enter into an agreement with Vincelet Law Firm for legal services pertaining to assessment litigation. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second? Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilman Blue?
Yes.
Councilman Aragosa?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkham?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution, 45, authorizing the supervisor to enter into an agreement with Garfunkel Wild, PC, for legal services pertaining to planning, zoning, and land use matters. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second? Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilman Blue?
Yes.
Councilman Aragosa?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkham?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution, 46, scheduling a public hearing for January 17th, 2024 at 7 p.m. regarding to hear any persons interested in proposed local law titled Amendments to the Glenville Town Code regarding plant material, removing certain species of trees and shrubs from the list of recommended plant material. I can't imagine there will be nobody who wants to speak on that, but let's see. We're calling the public hearing. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second? Moved and second. Any discussion? I guess short, it's landscape manual. Yeah, I should have said, but we'll see if anyone's interested in that. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Blue? Councilman Aragosa? Councilman Kirkham?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution, 47, appointing Patrick Aragosa as acting town comptroller. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Blue? Councilman Aragosa?
I'm going to abstain as Pat is a
Councilman Kirkham?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution, 48, authorizing the supervisor to enter into a tax exemption agreement with the Village of Scotia with regards to the water supply and treatment facility located at 587 Bly Road. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President, this is essentially the village of Scotia to get back on the property during the treatment plant.
Excellent. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, please record the vote.
Councilman Ramichardt? Councilman Blue? Councilman Aragosa?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkham?
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley?
Yes, resolution passes. Next resolution, 49, appointing Jason Cuthbert as bookkeeper part-time. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Moved in second. And before we start discussion, I just want to update the board on where we are with the comptroller situation. As you all know, Jason retired effective 12/31. Jason, Vicky, and I had the opportunity to interview candidates for comptroller. After interviewing some candidates, we did make an offer to a candidate who did accept until I think it was maybe Friday. And she had changed her mind for whatever reason. And so that kind of left us without a candidate to appoint tonight. I quickly reached out to Jason in Ireland and asked him to stay on in a role. Only really Jason knows the systems we have in place, our contracts, our labor contracts, our policies. And so he's going to stay on as bookkeeper to give support to our deputy comptroller, Jeff Prescott, who's very capable, but not, can't do it on his own. And I reached out to Pat Aragosa, and this, you saw Resolution 47, asking him to come in and be a part-time town comptroller on premises to do all the comptroller functions until we find someone. I think the search is going to take a little bit based on our first batch of folks. There's not a lot of comptrollers out there. Town of Rotterdam has been looking for over a year. So it's going to take a little bit. And this is kind of a patchwork between Pat and Jason and myself to get through this. It is not lost on me that the clock is ticking, and I'm very, very, very concerned about this heading into April and May. And that's why there's a bit of fluidness here with needing to potentially stay a little longer if we don't get this settled, because we can't have really no comptroller, no supervisor, or a supervisor without the experience getting through this budget season coming up. And so it's a concern of mine. It's a priority of mine. I can tell you that. And we're going to go out and issue the job description, and hopefully we'll get more applicants. But this is kind of how we're going to have to limp forward for a little bit and put it together with patchwork. So I just wanted to illustrate that to the board before we voted on this, and take any questions or comments at this time.
I just said I'm very lucky I had two house hunters. They're both very talented.
With Jason in Ireland, it means I got to be up at 2:00 in the morning to work with him, but that's okay. We'll see. Any other questions or comments?
So you increase your coffee budget?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
There, everyone's-
that's right. We'll fly over. No other questions or comments? Please record the vote.
Councilman Rutherford. Councilman Dooley. Councilman Aragosa.
Yes.
Councilman Perkins.
Yes.
Supervisor Pettsley.
Yes, resolution passes. That is the end of the agenda. We don't have any other agenda items. As I mentioned, our next meeting will be scheduled for the 17th. We will do the state of the town at that point. If any of you have any questions, comments, or want to engage on that prior to the 17th, please reach out to me, and we'll discuss whatever proposal you want to discuss or item. And with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion. I'll second.
Got a move in a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.